Ionia County Farm Bureau held their annual meeting on Wednesday, September 9, 2015, with County President Carl Jones presiding. Recognition was given to a handful of members, such as outgoing chair of the Promotion and Education Committee, Amanda Teachworth, for 3 years of strong service to educating others. Board member Kurt DeBergen was recognized for volunteering their farm to host this past summer's Family Fun on the Farm event, where they had close to 3,000 in attendance. And Farm Bureau Insurance agent Denise Arneson was recognized with the Key Club Award for writing 30 regular members over the past year. The highlight of the evening was hearing from Michigan's Lieutenant Governor Brian Calley. He spoke about the state's economic recovery, its struggle to fill jobs, and an untapped workforce he feels deserves a look.
When we went in, we changed our tax policy. We said, look, we just want to have a simple, fair, and efficient tax system. No more picking winners and losers and saying, well, this industry is our favorite one, and this one's high-tech and cool, and this one's old, so we don't really like that one anymore. The idea is that no matter what you want to do, we just want the tax system to work well for you, to be competitive, to be simple to comply with. That was the goal. So we got rid of the Michigan business tax and implemented the corporate income tax, which made us, when we started out, we were I want to be positive about this, we were 49th best in the nation. Right, but now we're a top 10 state according to the Tax Foundation, a leap to best practice. That's the type of step that we've made, all built around creating an environment for success around the people that are already here. Not how can we pay other people to come in, how can we make it work better for people that are already here. Personal property tax reform was the same. Now, being in agriculture, you might say, well, does that really affect me? Because agricultural equipment is not subject to personal property tax. But when you start talking about the capturing of the value added, in other words, we want more food processing here. We want that to be done here. And this phase out of personal property tax will make a really big difference in where we rank in terms of the expansion of food processing here in the state of Michigan. There's a lot of value added that we can still capture here, and it's low-hanging fruit that we're well positioned to go after, and something I'm very excited about. And now we've gotten to a point, whether I'm as far north as you can get without getting wet, or as far south as you can get without going to Indiana or Ohio, I hear a similar complaint, which is I can't find enough people to do the jobs that I have open right now from employers. I want you to think about a talent pool that maybe you've never thought of, and that's a person with a disability. What we find is that there's extreme high levels of unemployment for people with disabilities. When I say disabilities, it's across the board. It's particularly bad for people that have developmental disabilities. And there's a stigma that goes along with it saying, well, but I don't know about, can this person do the job? I mean, there's a big question because Michigan's history, just like the rest of the nation and the rest of the world, is really, really ugly with segregation of people with disabilities. So we don't have a lot of experience with people with disabilities in the workplace. And so there's this assumption that people can't do the job. And so if we were to change that mindset and get a person with a disability a chance to prove themselves, that they can compete in competitive employment situations, you'll find that there's an untapped labor pool that can really fill the needs that are out there today. You take a person who wants to work, who wants to be a part of the economy, that has just never been given a chance in the past. There's an enthusiasm. The employers that are pioneers in this area, employers like Walgreens or Dow or Meijer, the employers that are pioneers in this area will say that they get such enthusiasm and hard work and ingenuity from this group of people that that they find a way to make the most of this opportunity that nobody else would give them. And maybe it's time that we all check and evaluate the way that we see things, the way that we see people. Do we see the disability first, or do you see the potential in the person?
County annual meetings continue across the state, with policy recommendations moving on to the state annual meeting in December.